kids, welcome to today's maths class, and today we'll do introduction to linear graphs. Our learning objectives are drawing graphs for function, convention of sign, quadrants, drawing linear graphs, reading and interpretation of linear graph. So we have learned some ways of representing collected data in the pictograph, bar graph, histogram and pie chart. In this chapter, we will learn how this can be done with the help of the number of line, which we call Cartesian plane. This is one of the most common and easy method. These graphs consist of the straight line and the curved line. Learning graphs is the Cartesian plane will help you to solve the algebraic relationship. So first is drawing graph for function. A plane have two dimensions, so we can show two variable in two dimension. Bar graph and pie chart are generally used to show categories which are discrete. Discrete means different from each other, and the more categories would be either added to it and some removed from it. In this way, it cannot represent the function which gives continuous data. A bar graph cannot give information about the situation in between the two situations represented by the two bars. If we try to construct the bars without gaps in order to represent the continuous data, it is unable to show the regular continuity. Therefore, we usually or generally show function by line graph. It will do the needful as we all will see now. So first is line graph. The line graph displays the data in the changes of continuously over a period of time. A line graph may consist of bits of line segment joined consecutively. Sometimes the graph may be the whole unbroken line. Such a graph that is called the linear graph. Next is two reference lines in a plane. Now to show two variables in a plane, we take two mutually perpendicular reference line in a plane. We call the horizontal line as x-axis and vertical as y-axis respectively. Like the two dimension of the plane, the position of each point in the plane depend upon two variables. The distance from the y-axis to the distance from the x-axis. The distance of a point from the y-axis, that is called the x-coordinate, and the distance from the x-axis, that is called y-coordinate. The pair of these two distance in this fixed order, that is called the coordinate of the point. Both the coordinate must be measured in the same unit. The meeting point of x-axis and y-axis, that is called the origin. जहाँ पे दोनों axis meet करते हैं, that is called the point of origin. The avoid to scale of measuring the distance from the axis, we take a plane covered with the network of mutually perpendicular lines, each at 1 millimeter distance. Every line after 10 millimeter. To measure the distance, we simply count the division. 1 centimeter as a big division and 1 millimeter as a small division. Such a paper that is called the graph paper. So we call ordered pair of distance of the point from the y-axis and x-axis in the Cartesian coordinate in honor of the René Descartes, as his Latin name was Cartesius. Also, the related plane, that is called the Cartesian plane. René Descartes, a French mathematician, invented the coordinate system in geometry. So, in honor of his name, we call it Cartesian plane. Next is convention of signs. For distances along the x-axis, positive value are measured to the right and the negative value to its left. So, for the distance along the y-axis, positive values are measured upward and negative values downward from the origin. So, here this is the x-axis, the horizontal axis, and this is y-axis, the vertical axis. This point is the point of origin. So, in x-axis, the right side, that is positive number, left negative number. On y-axis, the positive values are measured in upward side and negative value downward side. Clear? Next is quadrants. The coordinate axes separate the plane into four regions called quadrants. By custom, the coordinates are number 1, 2, 3, 4 in the counterclockwise direction as shown in the figure given below. So here x axis and y axis divide into 4 quadrants. So anti-clockwise count करेंगे first quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant and fourth quadrant. In first quadrant, all the number in x axis and y axis are positive. In second quadrant, x axis is negative and y axis are positive. In third quadrant, both are negative. In fourth quadrant, x is positive and y is negative. Clear? Next, point on axis. Any point on the x-axis, the ordinate of every point on x-axis is 0, so the coordinate of any point on the x-axis are in form of x and 0. For example, each of the point 3, 0, minus 4, 0, 7, 0, minus 8, 0 lies on the x-axis. Clear? So, यहाँ पे अगर देखेंगे y-axis का क्या है 0, that means all these points will lie on the x-axis only. Any point on the y-axis, that is abscissa, or every point on the y-axis is 0, so the coordinate of any point on the y-axis in the form of 0, y. For example, each of the points 0, 2, 0, 6, 0, minus 1, 0, minus 4, that will lie on y-axis only. Clear? Because x-axis पे क्या है, coordinate क्या है 0. Now we'll take an example. In which quadrant? हमें guess करना है कि किस quadrant पे do the following point lies. 5 and minus 7. So, here the number are 5 and minus 7. First represent the number on x-axis and second represent the number on y-axis. So, x-axis पे positive है and y-axis पे negative. So, that it will lie on the fourth quadrant. So, here you can see fourth quadrant, x is positive and y is negative. So, this point will lie on the fourth quadrant. Next, some more examples are given here. You have to practice all the examples. Next is exercise 18.1. In which quadrant do the following point lie? Minus 8 and 5. So, minus 8 means x negative hai and y is positive. So, it will lie in second quadrant. Clear? Practice all the questions of this exercise. Next is drawing linear graphs. We plot the point with ordered pair of coordinate, that is the corresponding value of two variables, usually one depend on another, independent to join them. Thus, we get the line graph or linear graph. Know it. The Cartesian plane can be used to graph different kind of situation from everyday life. To make such graph meaningful, they should be properly titled. They should show the scale used in two axes clearly. The two axes must be clearly labeled to show the item represented by them. Then only they can be meaningful. We'll take an example here. Draw a linear graph for the number of apples and their cost in rupees with a suitable scale on the axis. So, here number of apples and cost are given here. So, we have taken the scale x-axis 2 unit, that is equals to 1 apple on x-axis. On y-axis 1 unit, that is equals to 5 rupees. So, this is our x-axis and this is y-axis. So, accordingly we will mark x-axis we have taken 2 unit, that is equals to 1 apple. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These are the number of apple. Y-axis we have taken the cost. So, on y-axis we have taken scale 1 unit equals to 5 rupees. So, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Now, number of apple 1, cost is 5 rupees. So, x-axis will see 1 and y-axis will 5. So, that is our first point. Then, number of apple 2 and cost is 10 rupees. So, x-axis पे 2 देखेंगे and यहाँ पे 10. So, like this we'll point, mark all the points and join them. So, this will be a straight line. Clear? So, this is how we will draw the linear graph. Clear? So, practice all the examples. Some more examples are given here. You have to practice all the examples. Next is reading interpretation of linear graph. We will take an example here. The following graphs show the side in centimeter of a square and the perimeter in centimeter. So we have to read the graph and answer the following question. So first question is, what is the perimeter of square with the side 3.5 centimeter? So we have to answer what is the perimeter of square of side 3.5 centimeter. So solution क्या हो जाएगा? 3.5 centimeter side है, here it is perimeter, here it is sides. So x-axis पे we have taken side and here the perimeter. X-axis पे we see 3.5, it's here 3.5. So we'll see its value along the y-axis. So that is equals to 14. So y-axis पे 14 है, that means perimeter क्या हो जाएगा? 14 centimeter. Clear? Next is exercise 18.2. The following table give the quantity of petrol and its cost. Draw a graph to show the data. Also find how much petrol can be purchased for rupees 800. So you will take a suitable scale and accordingly you will draw the graph. And then you can answer whatever question is asked to you. So this question you have to do yourself on graph paper. Next is summary. Unbroken line, that is called linear graph. A line graph displays data that changes continuously over a period of time. The meeting point of x-axis and y-axis, that is called the origin. The coordinate axis separate the plane into 4 regions, that is called quadrant. The distance of the point from y-axis and x-axis respectively, that is called x coordinate and y coordinate. Next is multiple choice questions. Take the correct option. Which of the following point lie on the y-axis? So y-axis पे होगा 0 and 5 because x-axis पे यहाँ 0 है. So that will lie on the y-axis. Clear? So here we end the chapter. I hope आप सबको chapter अच्छे से समझ में आ गया होगा. Now you have to practice it.